What up, you guys? Welcome back to the Dre Files featuring yours truly, Ariandre. Now, before we get into today's video, you already know I gotta do a quick promo. Today, I'm wearing my Just Blaze hoodie with my smoking baddie on it and the smoke coming up the sleeve. Isn't it cute? Isn't it nifty? If you want to be just as fly as me, you can go and cop yours today at ariandrellc.com. That's ariandre.com. And don't forget to use Ariandre TV for 20% off and checkout. Anyways, let's get into today's video. Today's episode is going to be kind of confusing, honestly, because I'm explaining what's going on in my mind, and up here be a little crazy. So it's hard for me to get the correct words out. But stick with me, and I promise those who feel it, those who get it, those who experience it will understand what I'm saying. So I made this podcast to connect with many different people. I made it to find like-minded individuals who go through the same things as I do, like the same things as I do, experience life like I do, or have the same mental wave paths as I do, if that makes sense. To let other people know they're not alone. To connect with people so that we are not alone in this. But something that I've been struggling with that I don't really talk about enough is how alone I actually feel. Not the type of alone where it's like, oh, I don't have anybody to talk to or anybody to hang out with, or I'm always alone by myself. But it's the type of alone that is like, no one understands you the way you want to be understood. Do you ever get the feeling that nobody truly knows you, knows who you are, understands your way of thinking, or can understand you without you having to use so many different words to explain what it is you're trying to say? To be surrounded by people but feel so left out because no one's on that same wavelength as you. And honestly, that's why I feel like this video is going to be confusing, because it's the type of loneliness that's hard to explain, because it's not just like an experience or different instances. It's literally just a feeling that is accumulated over time. Because don't get me wrong, I have friends, I socialize, I have a community of people, but some people don't truly know me. They see Ariandre, but they don't know Ariandre. They don't know me. To me, being known is to be understood. Knowing someone and understanding someone are two completely different things. You can know somebody on the surface level, on a medium level, or on a deep level, but to understand somebody, you have to fully grasp who they are as a person. And I feel that that loneliness that I'm talking about comes from people not fully understanding me or getting my wavelength. It feels like I'm always on the outside of some type of group. It's so hard to explain. It's like I don't ever have the right words for it, and that's one of my biggest problems with feeling misunderstood all the time. It's like my mind understands, obviously, because I myself, I know what's going on up here. But it's like every time I try to explain that to somebody, or every time I try and find the words that gets this out in order for other people to understand it, it doesn't work. It doesn't click. People don't get it. And I spend most of my time explaining and explaining and explaining in order to get people to understand, to the point where it's like, the conversation is no longer I say something and you understand. It's more so I say something and then I keep trying to explain it in different ways. So now I'm spending more time explaining than actually talking about what the heck we were actually talking about. You feel me? And I'm not saying that somebody has to read my mind or know exactly what I'm thinking, but I just want to feel as if I don't have to explain to somebody the things that are hard for me to articulate. They just get it, you know? Like I can say something and it may not come out right, but they still get it because they also experience, or they also understand what it is that I'm trying to say. Like, how do I explain to somebody I want to be alone, but I don't want to be alone? It's contradictory. Yes, I love my space. Yes, I love my independence. Yes, I love my free time. Yes, I love being able to move how I want to move. But I would love to share that with somebody who also understands that. Somebody who understands that proximity does not also mean intrusion. You can be close, but not intruding on my every waking moment. We don't have to talk every day. We don't have to hang out and like feel the silence with talking. We could just sit in silence. People who don't have to communicate every single day to know that, hey, we're good. But when we need each other, we can reach out and they're there. Or say, for instance, in a more physical term, somebody can be in the same space as you. Y'all not necessarily having to talk. Y'all are just sharing the space. And whenever y'all do want that physical connection, y'all can reach out and touch each other. That's what I'm saying by I want alone time. I want to be alone, but I don't want to be alone. I don't need constant conversation. I just want someone to exist with me, if that makes sense. Now, when the conversation moving and the conversation flowing, okay, baby, I'm in it, you feel me? But like, people who understand that, like, not every second we gotta talk. Not every second we gotta fill this empty space with talking. And honestly, I feel like talking is also another like struggle for me. Communicating with people. Not because I can't communicate, not because I can't keep a conversation, but because people don't want to talk about the same things that I want to talk about. I feel like I'm the most interesting, boring person ever. If somebody's talking about something that I can't get behind, or that I don't have any interest in, or something that I just don't know about, I can't invest in the conversation. All I can do is just hit you with the yeah, those boring responses. But if you hit me with something that I'm interested in, oh baby, I got a 10-minute TED talk coming. You're going to be getting your head talked off because I have so much to put into this. And I started noticing this particular feeling back in school. And it's been like consistent throughout, but I don't like to talk about surface level BS. And it's mainly because I didn't grow up with that surface level BS that people talk about. I didn't have cable. I didn't grow up with Disney and Nickelodeon and all the shows that people watch. I grew up with PBS Kids. I grew up with Clifford the Big Red Dog, or Martha Speaks, or Maya and Miguel. I grew up on those type of shows, not Nickelodeon shows, Disney shows, and stuff like that. I didn't grow into those until much later, once I did get cable or did finally get a phone. So a lot of the stuff that people would talk about, I didn't have anything to contribute because I didn't know about it. Or when it comes to playing games and stuff, I didn't have the PlayStations, the Xbox, the Wiis, and all of that stuff growing up. My entertainment was outside or talking to my siblings. I didn't have the entertainment systems unless I went over to friend's house. That was the only time that I was able to experience that. So when people are talking about the newest game that's out or all of this stuff, I can't relate because I didn't have it. Literally within the last year, 365 days, I got my first PlayStation 4. While everybody else is leveling up, getting a PlayStation 5, I just got a PlayStation 4. This is my first ever game system that I can play and actually like talk to people about it. I didn't get a phone until I was 13. So when people in school were talking about all the socials and, oh, did you see this on your timeline and stuff like that, I didn't know nothing about that because I didn't have it. I didn't get my phone until I was 13 in middle school. And even when I got my phone, I was on an 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. schedule. And considering the fact that middle school starts at like 6 a.m., that means I was going to school and then having to spend the whole day at school and then finally get out of school before I can get my phone. So I literally had no time to be on the socials like everybody, or no time to discover what YouTube was. Hell, I literally did not know what YouTube was until like late middle school, early high school. Why? Because I just never had that. So most of my life, I just grew up differently than other people because I just didn't have the same things or the same outlets that connect people. So stuff like that, I can't really get into. But when you want to talk about something more deep, more mind developing, oh, that's where I'm at, okay? Conspiracies, oh, baby, that's where I'm at. Especially in today's era, people will talk about a famous person having a baby, or this person broke up, or this person just got together. Who cares? They're humans just like us. I want to talk about the mental development that's behind that. How being famous affects you having a child. How it affects that child. Versus, oh, such and such just had a baby. Okay, well, how does that affect them since they're famous? You feel me? I don't care that they're having a baby. That's the cycle of life. Why does so much time get spent on talking about what famous people are doing rather than just talking about life? Talking about the mental state of the world. Like, what are we doing? I feel like the type of conversations that I want to have are deep level thinking or emotional thinking, or like just I want to know the whys of how we got to where we are, or the whys of this, that, and the third, rather than surface level stuff. That intrigues me a lot more than just surface level BS. Basic conversations don't entertain me or excite me or give me fulfillment as much as deeper conversations do, or higher level thinking conversations do, or the whys of the things that we do. And being around people and conversating, you also realize that not everybody has the same like level of common sense that you do. And that's another thing that kind of just makes me feel alone, is that my level of norm, other people need that explanation for, or need somebody to drill it into them before they get it, when it should just be gotten. And I'm not saying that I'm smarter than anybody. I'm saying that, like, why is it that something that is morally and emotionally obvious to me, it's not obvious to somebody else and they need an explanation for it? For instance, right? Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's common sense, right? But not for everybody. Some people need to see or need an explanation for why they did wrong to see, oh, I did wrong. How is that not common sense to you? I hate having to explain why someone hurt me for them to get that they hurt me. Isn't it just common sense to treat other people the way you want to be treated, or to respect other people? Or if somebody's bringing something to your attention that, hey, you made me feel a certain type of way, you should listen and take that into consideration and try and do better. Why is it that certain people understand that and others don't? They need somebody to drill it into them with conversations and explanations and all of this stuff. I shouldn't have to explain to you what you did hurt me. You should just know not to do it because it hurts people. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't feel like I should have to explain that, or I should have to speak on why somebody is moving in a weird ass way. You should just understand and know that, because it's obvious. If you're on the same wavelength as me, it seems like if you're on the same wavelength as me, some of this stuff is just really obvious. But maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's the fact that I'm just hard to understand. Because I overthink a lot. I analyze. I see things from multiple perspectives. I explain things in 6 different ways and expect people to get the picture that I'm trying to depict, rather than seeing 6 different things. No, it's all one thing. You're just not getting it. I do a lot of things that other people do not do. And maybe I'm the problem, because maybe I just haven't taken the time to teach someone how to communicate with me or how to understand me. Someone could genuinely love me but still need an explanation to understand me better, because they're not up here. They're not in my head. They can't see what I see. So they might need that explanation. And honestly, I want to be understood, but I also don't give people immediate access to me. I have to sit back and observe. I have to make sure you're somebody that I can open up to. So I might be putting up walls and it's hard for people to understand me. I may be difficult to know and to get to understand, but it's not impossible. And that's honestly all I'm trying to do in this video, is to see if I can articulate what it is that I'm feeling in order to get people to understand. But the more and more I go on with this, the more I'm just confusing myself even more. Because again, like, I contradict myself all the time. How can I be somebody who's insecure and secure at the same time? How can I be confident but also insecure at the same time? But if you understand me, if you know me, then you'll get the fact that it comes from trauma. It comes from things that I've experienced, things that I've went through, especially this one in particular. Because I love myself. I think I'm drop dead gorgeous. I think I'm fine shit. I think I'm fine shit. But as somebody who grew up as the funny frat friend, I grew up being bullied by people. I grew up with words being spewed at me in reference to what I look like or my body size. So even if I think I am beautiful, there's little voices in the back of my head from what people have said to me or pushed onto me. And even though you try to ignore it, even though you know, who cares what people thinks, who cares what people says, it still hurts. You can be the most confident person in the world, but if somebody says the right things to you, it's still gonna hurt. I was bullied from 3rd grade to my sophomore year in high school. So that's years and years of people just saying and doing rude things to me that have stuck with me over time. And it's all based off of the way I look. So I can think I'm beautiful, I can think I'm sexy, I can think I look good, but because people have judged me so harshly or said so much stuff about my body, it makes me insecure internally based off of their voices. And then what I guess solidified this thought for me is the fact that the summer between freshman and sophomore year of high school, I drastically started working out. I lost so much weight in the span of 3 months that when I came back to school, everybody treated me different. I was now popular or accepted, or people were coming at me with compliments and thought I was attractive. I'm still the same person they used to bully, but now because I'm skinnier, people are treating me differently. People are accepting me. People aren't talking crap about me. But all those little things still stick with me. But as an observer, I saw the change in people's attitudes towards me. I saw how me being skinny turned into me being desirable or me being accepted by people. I can still think I'm sexy, but as soon as I feel like I'm being perceived by other people and they could think that or say that about me, I'm insecure. I can think I look cute as heck in my little outfit, but as soon as I eat something and I look bloated, now I'm insecure. It's hard to explain off the surface level. And that's what I be meaning by I want deeper conversations, because nobody would know that if I'm just saying, oh yeah, I'm not confident. People only see what they want to see. They don't see the deeper side of me. They don't see the inside. And it's the same way with me socially. Like, I'm a social butterfly when I want to be. If my social battery is up there, I'm a social butterfly. I'm talking to any and everybody. The conversations are flowing, whether it be surface level, deep level, mid level, whatever level. I'm just socially out there and I can talk to people and communicate with people. But let my social battery be low. You ain't gonna see that side of me. Or let me not feel comfortable. You're not gonna see that side of me. Or let me be in a group of people that I do not know. You're not gonna see that side of me. One, because I like to observe the people that I'm surrounded by. If I do not feel like I can open up to you, or if I do not feel like you're going to be okay or accepting of my vibe, you don't get access to it. You don't get to see who I am as a person. You get the surface level Ariandre. But the people who, okay, I like your vibe, or ooh, I peep, you a good person, or you're cool peoples, then you see a different side of me. There's so many different sides of Ariandre based off of the level of closeness I allow somebody. Because the deeper you go, the more you see how genuine and how loving and how much I care for people. And I guess what I'm ultimately boiling down to is I want somebody who wants to see that inner me and who allows me the comfort to give them access to the inner me and also is curious about that inner me. I'm not just going to divulge all my information to you, even if I feel comfortable with you. But I love somebody who asks questions or who asks the deeper questions or who wants to know more about me, who are genuinely curious. So all these little reasons kind of accumulate to this one feeling for real. And again, it's not that I don't have friends. It's the fact that I just don't feel like someone understands me enough to get me. It's hard to explain this because I don't have any examples to give you. It's more so an accumulation of feelings. I can't be like, see, this is why I feel this way. It's more so like, this is the kind of energy that just plays through multiple different instances. It's the type of alone that is more so a feeling of being disconnected. If somebody doesn't understand you or get you or hear what you're saying and can understand what it is that you're trying to say, you feel alone. You don't feel understood. You don't feel seen the way other people are seen. Two people can have a conversation and get each other like this. But for me, it seems like I spend more time explaining than being understood. And that makes me feel lonely because it's like it's easier for somebody else. It's like they have some type of manual that I wasn't a part of. Why didn't my textbook come with this? How to easily communicate with people or be understood. So it makes me feel alone because I genuinely feel like I'm the only one who like thinks on the way that I think or communicates on the way that I communicate. And if somebody understood me, they would know how I like to communicate or know how I like to talk or understand me without me having to say things. And that's what I'm looking for. I feel like that would genuinely make me feel less alone. But as I've grown up, I've started to realize that maybe it's not just one singular person that's supposed to understand me. I've built a community of people around me who get different sides of me. And those people I appreciate so much because they've, one, made me feel comfortable enough to open up, and two, took the time to be curious about me enough to understand me. So I do want to thank the people that I have in my life. I do want to thank the people that are here and do understand me and are willing to take that extra step to get to know me. The people who have made me feel comfortable enough to be myself and accept me no matter what. But even though I have built this community, it still doesn't pull me away from that fantasy of finding one person who's just genuinely curious about all of me, who wants to know everything, and who will see me. I don't know if this makes sense, but you know when people die, they say as long as one person knows you or as long as one person fully understood you, then your life meant something. I feel like if I died today, like nobody would truly understand or get who I am as a person. It would take a whole community of people to explain who Ariandre is. But if all these people only see different parts of me, no one is seeing all of me. And I feel like that's where this fantasy comes from, is like I just want somebody to see all of me, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Someone to understand me and someone to basically experience my life and I experience theirs, where we can be genuinely curious about each other and dive into each other and understand each other on a way that nobody else does. I want to be able to find somebody who I can say something or make a little look or do something simple and they already know where my mind is at because we're there. I want somebody who's on that wavelength with me and to be able to check all these boxes. And this is not to negate any of the people in my community. I love you down bad. I just feel like I haven't found that one person. I have it in multiple people and I love them down bad. But like, for somebody to truly see me, I don't have that. And that makes me feel very lonely. I feel like all my people in my community have somebody that seems to get them just a little bit more than I do. And I just want to feel chosen, feel seen, feel understood by somebody the same way I do them. I want somebody to genuinely be curious about me just like I can be curious about them. Let's dive into each other. Let's understand each other fully. I need somebody who's genuinely curious, and I think that's the piece that's missing. It's just somebody who genuinely just wants to know me, who wants to understand me, who wants to see what's on the inside, because it's hard for me to open up. But I want to be able to tell somebody any and everything without holding back, or without feeling like they'll judge me, or without feeling like anything. I can just speak how I want to speak. I can say things how I want to say things, and they know exactly how I mean it. And honestly, that's a scary thing. So that's probably why I have so many walls up, and that's probably why it's so hard for people to even understand and see the true me. It's honestly a double-edged sword, because I feel lonely, but it's also due to me, but it's also due to the fact that people just don't get it the way I get it. And those are the people that I'm talking to now. Hi, my name is Ariandrellc. Let's get to know each other. I feel like there's my equal out there somewhere. And honestly, it may be in here. Because I have Ari and Andre, and we get each other. But we want somebody that gets us, you feel me? I don't know. This whole video is probably confusing as I don't know what. But I'm trying to explain a feeling that is hard to explain, where words don't come out the way you need it to explain what it is that you're thinking. So, confusing video maybe, I don't know. But the people who get it, the people who feel it, the people who understand this feeling and are somewhat outside of the circle, you get it. It's hard to explain this type of loneliness. But again, those who get it, those who experience it, those who live it, understand it. And those who don't, won't. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I just kind of wanted to talk about this feeling to see if anybody else out there feels how I feel or experiences this type of loneliness and just doesn't have the words for it. Hell, I barely even have the words for it. So you might be confused by the end of this. What the heck did I just say? Who knows? Who knows? But before we go, you already know I gotta give you a kiss of good luck, good faith, good everything for your week to come. So give me your face if you consent. If not, skip a couple of seconds. But this kiss is a kiss of good luck, good faith, good everything. And I wish you the best of luck. And I hope you find somebody that truly understands you and truly gets to know you and is truly curious about you. Everybody deserves to be understood. Everybody deserves to be known by somebody. Not just surfacely known, but fully known and appreciated. And I just wish that for all of you guys. I love you. See you next week. And here are your kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. You're amazing. See you next Thursday. Bye.